Hare Krishna to everybody. So today the topic is why modern youth need spirituality more than ever. Sometime back I happened to go to college, one of the top colleges in the city of Hyderabad. I met the director. He was telling a story of a student in his college. As a boy, single son to his parents, somehow he felt lonely, life is boring, and just committed suicide. Just life is lonely and boring. And that news has come in newspapers, bringing bad name to the college. And so the situation of parents, single son, how their emotions will be, and wasting his valuable life. So this happening because of various challenges they're facing in the current world. It's like modern, complicated lifestyle, material advancement, and technology advancement also. Technology is like a sharp knife. You can use nicely, you can cut vegetables and cook nice dish. If not, it will cut your finger. So we need to learn how to handle all these things. So in this regard, I would like to mention 3 important challenges current generation youth are facing today. So the first one is mental health crisis. Because of various reasons connected to personal life and professional life, work environment pressure, academics pressure, and peer pressure, there will be competition, comparison, which leads to low self-esteem and low confidence. And if you take personal life challenges, it is relationship issues. It may be in family or in friends. If something happens in the family, they get disturbed. Same is the case with friends also. So this is leading to anxieties, depression, loneliness, and sometimes suicides also. The age group between 8 to 30 years in India currently are contributing to almost 35% of total suicides in India, which is very big compared to other age groups. Almost 57% of youth are actually undergoing depression. That means if you meet 2 people in the youth, one may be going through depression. So this is a big challenge. So these consequences of anxiety, depression, and loneliness is leading to bad habits, addiction. It may be digital addiction, it may be drinks, smoking, drugs. Thus, they spoil their health and low productivity. So, and consequence of this is that they will go through a lot of health issues and then waste their time so much in many things. So these habits is a very important thing because our acts become habits and habits becomes our character that defines our life. People spend a lot of time in habits. Then the next challenge, actually the biggest challenge is lack of spiritual guidance. If youth have sufficient spiritual guidance and the timeless principles of Bhagavad Gita, they can easily cross over the previous challenges, that mental health crisis and then bad habits. They can develop sufficient emotional quotient and more than that, spiritual quotient. Okay, so now 3 problems we discussed, and what is solution for this? Solution is to embrace spirituality. Why spirituality is required for the current generation youth? So Albert Einstein says, whenever I read Bhagavad Gita and reflect on how God created this universe, everything seems to be superfluous. That means the knowledge in Bhagavad Gita is topmost knowledge. Raja Vidya. This has knowledge about space and more than that, psychological science. How to deal with mind. How to be peaceful, happy and more productive. These things are elaborately discussed in Bhagavad Gita. More than all these things, it's about self-realization, achieving our final goal of life. So these things are contained in Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita was spoken 5,000 years back by Krishna to Arjuna. Arjuna is in dilemma. Before me, in the Mahabharata war, my friends and relatives are there. If I fight with them, what happiness I'll get? So that's the confusion of Arjuna. Just imagine, Indian military commander-in-chief, who is leading entire army of India, is about to fight a war against terrorists. Recently we had one attack. And he says, I cannot kill. If he denies his duty, what happened to country? Same situation of the Arjuna that time. Then Krishna reminded his duty. He says, your happiness is not in taking care of your friends and relatives selfishly. Your happiness is there actually by serving God and humanity. You are not this body, you are soul. Soul is part of the super soul. Just like we have this finger, this part of the body. The duty of this finger is to serve the body. Whenever we eat food, you should cooperate and take food nicely. By this way, this will get strength, entire body, and all the fingers and all parts of body also. So in this way, if you try to serve God and humanity, you will get real happiness. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Tyagat Shantiranantaram. By giving something to people, by serving people, you will get peace. Tyagat Shantiranantaram. First Tyaga, Shaga leads to Shanti. Then Ashanta Shukrata Shukam. With peace, you will get happiness. Peace is the first step for the happiness. So that's how, by doing service to God and humanity, you will get real happiness. So that actually clarified Arjuna's confusion, and then he got motivated to his duty. So similarly, in current days also, youth are in confusion. Age is like that. So many distractions, social media, many things. So confusion will be there. Youth requires clarity. So that one can find in spirituality. Ian Marshall and Dana Johar, scientists, they did so much research and came with a concept called spiritual quotient. They tell this is very important to lead a life of values, peace and happiness for every individual, whether youth or elders. Okay, so this will give us the higher purpose of life. What is life? The rare opportunity one gets after many lives. After crossing 84 lakh species of life, a soul gets opportunity of human form of life. Okay, that's how we get value and understand the value of life, and many more things are there. And then this gives inner peace and happiness, and thus you can be able to cross over emotional problems, relationship problems, stress, and you can be really productive in the life. Remember, the person who is actually happy, peaceful, can able to deliver much better results than the person who is depressed. Is it not? So that's how Bhagavad Gita actually helps all of us. Wonderful slokas are there. Each sloka is like a one missile. Karmanyevadi karasta ma phaleshu kadachana. Without attachment to result, perform your duty. This will help you to work without getting demotivated in spite of some failures. Matra sparshastu kaunteya sweetoshu sukha dukkada. Happiness and justice in the life, they come and go like summer and winter season. You should learn to tolerate. When problem comes, you should not get just depressed completely and take some extreme measures. It will go away. Again, happiness will come. Happiness will come. This is the nature of life. Okay? That's how many wonderful principles in Bhagavad Gita. So, many universities across India, like IIM Lucknow, Kozhikode, Bangalore, they're implementing the Bhagavad Gita's course in their syllabus to learn leadership principles and then values, many more things like that. A famous personal development trainer wrote a book my name, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. He clearly declared that all the habits are inspired from Bhagavad Gita. So such a great scripture is Bhagavad Gita. It gives more higher guidance and happiness. It's the websites and paper clippings. Then, now the question is, how to apply this knowledge in Bhagavad Gita in our life? One simple case study to come out of the bad habits. Okay, one of the burning bad habits across all the people is addiction to mobile screens these days. People are spending almost 6 hours, 40 minutes in the waking hours of the day on mobile and digital addiction in that. Wasting a lot of the time, dumping unnecessary things in the mind and then decreasing their productivity. So it's a very serious problem. And slowly their thought process, their acts, their character get defined by that, by the content they are seeing. So this is automatically, the hand goes to our mobile and sees some screenshots. It goes kilometers, just 30 seconds, but it runs into kilometers. So this kind of addiction, we can address by the spirituality. So spirituality addresses any problem from the root. Just like if you get a headache, you get tablet, it will subside the pain, but actually the problem lies still inside. If you take some Ayurvedic medicine, it takes some time, but solves the problem from the root. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita cures any problem from the root. So what is the root of bad habits? You see some porn contents, many content, which are like sinful activities. Arjuna asks, what is it that drives a person, even though he knows that is wrong? As if somebody is pushing from behind, he will do it again and again. What is that? It is pulling a person like that. And Krishna says, Kama Yesha, Krodha Yesha. It's actually Kama, the lust. Kama means not only towards a person, but also any object. A strong desire towards that. So this is actually a reason why a person commits any sinful activity or any addiction in the life. So how this Kama comes? Sangat Sanchayate Kaman. By bad association, they'll pick up wrong desires. And that slowly become a strong desire by wrong association. So here are 4 steps to come out of mobile addiction. First is Nirdesha, spiritual direction. Every young person requires a spiritual guide. This is the biggest lacking in the current generation. In the olden days, there used to be Gurukulas. Everyone goes to Gurukulas. Guru tells something about their life skills, for their livelihood, and also values based on Dharma Shastras like Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. Okay, so both balance. But now it is a great challenge to get that kind of knowledge for many, many youth. So one has to choose a right spiritual guide, express your problem. I want to come out like this. Take guidance he can give because he knows higher knowledge, and be accountable. He tells some tips, you implement that. Even sometimes you forget also, he will remind you, inspire you. Okay. So everybody gives guidance, but spiritual guidance based on Bhagavad Gita and higher scriptures is very rare. So one has to go and approach. Still is available, we have to go and approach. That's first thing. And second thing is Atma Direkshanam. that means introspection. So this is an important thing in spirituality. One has to think carefully why this bad habit is coming. Is it due to anxiety, stress, or some kind of boredom, loneliness? By taking to that bad habit, what I am getting? Some comfort, some excitement. Track your screen time. It will make you conscious about how much you are indulging in the bad habit. Dhamma, that means self-control. Create path of high resistance for the bad habit. Remove notifications, unnecessary notifications, and uninstall unnecessary apps. Don't use mobile on your bed during having food, and then work and reading. Okay, so see the mobile at scheduled tasks, scheduled times, social media especially. So this way, keep some kind of self-control in you towards this. And final thing is sadachara. That means restrictions alone will not help. You need to replace with good habits. Krishna says, Param Drishtva Nivartate. Develop higher taste towards good things. Actually very tasty. Many wonderful things are then good habits. So one has to practice sufficiently and develop that higher taste. Saha Nichaya Dharya. With enthusiasm, with patience and determination, one has to practice good habits. Eventually, they will become a habit. Tinaga tinaga vemu tiyaga nundu. They are saying in Telugu, but it's not actually vemu. It's very sweet. One has sufficiently practice towards and to get that good taste. And what are those good habits? In spirituality, many good habits are there. I define as A, B, C, D, E. A means association, good association. By this you will get spiritual guidance properly, and good desires will develop, good habits, good qualities. B, book reading. Read Bhagavad Gita. This kind of good religious scriptures you can read. You will develop higher knowledge by that. C, chanting, mantra meditation, which is it's like charging. You will get the Shakti by that. We meditate on Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is our power. Without this, there is no life for us. It gives so much strength for us. D, diet. Have sattvic food. You are what you eat. Doctor says very clearly. Eat right food. And E, engagement in service. Do devotional service to Supreme Lord and humanity. So by this way, you can able to cross over this kind of bad habits and then many more challenges in the life. So this is how, by applying spirituality in your life, you can solve all the problems of your life.